Welcome to the channel. If you're new, consider this your wake-up call. When a woman says something hurtful and you ignore it, remember this. Women don't always say what they mean, but they always mean what they say. Ignoring that is a mistake. I'm not talking about minor arguments, but major red flags, the kind that should make you run. Too many guys dismiss these, thinking she didn't mean it or they can change her. Don't. These lines reveal her true perspective on love and your place in her life. Modern dating is tough, and wasting time on someone who doesn't respect you is foolish. I've been there, regretting not leaving sooner. That's why I'm sharing 5 phrases that should be deal breakers. Her words indicate how she'll treat you. If she says them, she's showing her true colors. See them. This isn't about blaming women, but about protecting yourself. Stoicism teaches us to control ourselves. We can't control her, but we can control our reaction. Too many of us stay in draining relationships, ignoring early warning signs. You don't want that regret. So, here's my advice, based on my experiences and observations. 5 phrases that signal she's not worth the fight. Recognize them, and you'll save time and yourself. Let's dive in. All right, brothers, let's talk about something real. When she says, "We don't need to define this," don't dismiss it. It's a storm warning. Linger too long and you'll find yourself in a swamp of confusion and regret. A woman serious about you doesn't speak in riddles. She makes her intentions clear. She wants you, her man, her future, no guesswork. But if she avoids defining the relationship, she's keeping you close without commitment. She's free to explore other options while you're waiting on the sidelines. Some guys think she's just taking it slow. But there's a difference between pacing and drifting. If you're 6 months in and she still avoids the "what are we" question, she's scouting other horizons. The truth is, she's enjoying the benefits of a relationship without the commitment, ready to leave when something better comes along. Would you work a job with no guarantee of pay? Every man needs a defined place in his partner's life. She either claims you or she's just using you. So when she says no labels, don't just nod. Tell her you're looking for a foundation, not a temporary arrangement. If she's interested, she'll commit. If she hesitates, she was never building a future with you. I've been there. A woman who wants you won't let you hang in the balance. She won't risk losing you while she decides. If she's happy with the undefined situation, you're not her priority. You're just an option. Stoicism reminds us that while we can't control her, we can control ourselves. Don't waste your energy on a dead-end situation. Walk away and find a woman who's ready to build something real with you. Life's too short for games. Choose your battles and protect your peace. All right, let's talk about "take me as I am." It might sound like self-acceptance, but it's often a way to avoid improving. What she's really saying is, "I won't change, deal with it." That's a red flag. Stay, and you're signing up for a one-sided relationship where your voice is drowned out. Healthy relationships involve growth and compromise. No one's perfect, but refusing to budge is a problem. Imagine you're always on time, but she's consistently late. You express that it bothers you, and she responds, "That's just how I am." She's dismissing your feelings. That's not confidence, it's selfishness. Consider bigger issues, snapping over small things or shutting down during important conversations. If she uses "take me as I am" to avoid accountability, you'll always be bending to fit her while she remains unchanged. A worthwhile partner doesn't use that line as a crutch. She acknowledges her flaws and works on them, just like you. You deserve someone who meets you halfway, not a brick wall. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control. You can't change her, but you can choose to leave. If she uses "take me as I am" to shrug off responsibility, pay attention. It's not about her quirks, it's about her refusal to consider your feelings. Whether it's constant lateness or overreacting, if she won't improve, you'll be carrying the burden alone. That's not a partnership, it's you being a doormat. Don't waste your time on someone who won't reciprocate. Find a woman who values you, matches your effort, and builds something real with you. When she says "take me as I am," examine the meaning behind it. If it's a shield for disrespect or laziness, that's your cue to leave. Life's too short to carry dead weight. Pursue what's worthwhile. All right, Let's dissect "you're lucky to have me." Did you ever hear that and sense a brag or a trap? It might sound confident, but it often masks entitlement. She's implying she's the prize, so you should be grateful. Stay in that game, and you'll constantly be proving yourself while she relaxes, unbothered. Healthy relationships involve mutual appreciation, not one person dominating the other. Confidence is attractive, but there's a difference between knowing your worth and using it to belittle someone else. If she constantly reminds you how lucky you are but never expresses gratitude, that's a red flag. A good partnership isn't about one star and a supporting player. It's about balance. Imagine you're going through a tough time and she forgets your birthday. You mention it and she dismisses it with, "You're lucky I'm even here." What happens when you have needs or concerns? She'll likely ignore them, believing her presence is already a gift. Why would she compromise when she sees herself as royalty? That mindset creates a trap. You'll constantly seek her approval, apologizing when you're not wrong or sacrificing your own needs to keep her happy. The problem is, it will never be enough. If she sees herself as the prize, she'll keep raising the bar while doing little herself. A genuine woman doesn't need to declare, "You're lucky." She proves her worth through her actions. She recognizes your contributions and matches them with her own effort and care. That's the foundation of a lasting relationship, not a one-sided ego trip. Stoicism reminds us that while you can't force someone to value you, you can protect your own boundaries. If she uses the lucky line to keep you down, pay attention. It's not about her confidence, it's about avoiding effort while you carry the weight. Maybe she cancels dates or constantly criticizes you. Regardless, if she's not meeting you halfway, you're just a supporting character in her story. That's not a partnership, it's you being subservient. Don't waste your energy on someone who believes they're superior. There's a woman who will see you as an equal, not a prize. When she tells you how lucky you are, step back and ask yourself, does she lift me up or does she hold me down? If there's no mutual respect and effort, don't be afraid to walk away. Your time is too valuable for imbalance. All right, let's break down "all my exes were the problem." It might sound like bad luck, but it's usually a recurring pattern. She claims every former partner was toxic or immature while portraying herself as a spotless saint. That's not coincidence, that's a warning sign. If you're not careful, you'll be next on her list of failures. Relationships require effort from both sides, not one saint and a series of sinners. While some people are genuinely difficult, if she avoids all responsibility, that's a red flag. It suggests she's incapable of self-reflection. If she can't acknowledge her past mistakes, why would she behave differently with you? Too many guys hear this and try to save her. You're not her knight in shining armor, you're her next excuse waiting to happen. If her dating history is a string of failed relationships, it's not always the men, it's her choices and behaviors. Trying to be her savior sets you up to take the fall when things go wrong. Imagine you're in a committed relationship and she forgets your plans again. You express your disappointment and she replies, "My exes were worse." What happens when you have concerns or need her to compromise? She'll likely dismiss them, seeing herself as the victim. If every ex was a liar, a cheat, or a disaster, what's the common denominator? Her. Either she consistently chooses poorly, or she contributes to the problems and refuses to admit it. A woman who can't acknowledge her mistakes isn't learning or growing. She's the type who will one day blame you, adding you to her list of problematic exes. What you need is someone who owns her past, acknowledging her mistakes and learning from them. That's maturity. A woman who avoids responsibility won't take accountability when she hurts you. Stoicism teaches us that while you can't rewrite her past, you can control your future. Walk away if she blames every breakup on her exes. Recognize the warning signs and avoid becoming her next scapegoat. There's a woman who will offer genuine respect, not a tally of survived exes. When she says all my exes were the problem, notice the pattern and protect yourself. Let's talk about if you loved me, you would. Be wary when you hear this phrase. It's often a power play, not a genuine expression of love. She's not asking, she's attempting to manipulate you into proving your love on her terms. Healthy relationships aren't about tests. They're about mutual respect, trust, and commitment. It's normal to have needs. But when she ties your love to meeting her demands, that's emotional manipulation. She's turning love into a bargaining chip, not a bond of understanding. Giving in once sets a precedent. It starts small, like skipping a night out with friends, but quickly escalates to bigger sacrifices. You'll find yourself constantly trying to avoid her disapproval, but it's never enough. If you resist, she'll accuse you of not caring, twisting your emotions. Many men fall for this trap, thinking it's proof of their devotion, but real love doesn't require a leash. A genuine woman respects your boundaries and your right to say no without guilt trips. I've seen men lose themselves trying to appease her, sacrificing their own needs. Stoicism teaches us to maintain our integrity. You can't change her game, but you can refuse to play. When she uses this phrase, consider whether it's a genuine need or an attempt to control you. If love is a tool for manipulation, you're in a cage, not a partnership. Don't let guilt force you to compromise your values. Real love involves mutual effort, not ultimatums. A woman who can't accept that doesn't deserve your time. Walk away with your head held high. There's someone who will treat you as an equal, not use "if you loved me" as a weapon. Remember, the real mistake men make is ignoring the signs and believing they can change a manipulative woman. A woman who doesn't respect you will never truly love you. And if you don't respect yourself enough to leave, you're enabling her behavior. If she acts like her presence is a gift, avoids commitment, or uses guilt to control you, you're in a draining relationship. Real love is mutual, without conditions. Stoicism teaches us to remove ourselves from such situations. Don't argue or negotiate, just leave. Every moment you stay is a moment wasted on someone who won't appreciate you. There's a woman who will stand with you, not over you. Take control of your life and end the relationship.